Alright, here we go. It's another reaction because it's Dying Light 2. This just came up in my feed, so here we go. Dying Light 2 Stay Human Monsters Gameplay Trailer. It says, Survivors, follow Aiden's steps as you make your way through the abandoned GRE hospital. Horrors of the night lurk in its corridors, so be vigilant. Okie dokie, that's all it says. Don't know anything about it other than it's Dying Light 2, and that's a good thing. We're all looking forward to this game, have been for many years. So let's go. Let's see what this is about. What could this be about? We had the main trailer. We had a look at the DLC, like the first upgrade packet was like a hat and a car or something stupid. But here we go. Let's see what this is. Don't know if it's gameplay or what.
So, you have an army here?
The Peacekeepers. Seriously riling up the Bazaar folks.
That's all cutscenes.
Are we going? You wanted to show me something?
Sure. Follow me.
Okay. Looks good.
You won't get far without the biomarker. Without it, you don't know when you've turned.
Let's see. I really get the impression that every single inch of this city is climbable. I really, except the trees. I bet you can't climb the trees. The one thing that every kid climbs is trees. I bet you can't climb the trees. In fact, that never happens in a game. Who can tell me a game where you can climb the trees, you know, branch to branch, you know? Is that a thing? Assassin's Creed, maybe, one of those games I haven't played, but they're a bit parkourish. It's got to be a game where you can climb trees. I mean, it's trees. All right, moving right along. Yeah, parkour, whatever. Running through the houses. Yep. Wall running.
Biomarkers are at the GRE hospital. I'm waiting by the...
So that is all just parkour running. Nothing else. It's just parkour running. That's not zombie gameplay. It's not really anything. It's just parkour running. I mean, they've got that nailed. I think it's a bit over the top. It just seems like, God, what am I? This monkey or something. But whatever. I can see a zip line up there on the screen. You see that? Going down right there to there. So it looks like there still will be some zip lines. That stuff in the background, again, that over there, I would say is not in the game. That's the old city somewhere, probably. That there would be the following over there, the DLC for Dying Light. That looks like that. What have we got over here? Windmill. I hope you can mess around these things, you know. See, that's another thing with climbing. This parkour thing, everything is all about horizontal ledges, horizontal this, that, and the other. You can run along walls, which everyone knows I hate. But can you climb a tree? Can you climb these poles here? You see, in real life, I could probably climb that up between those two poles on the right. But can you do that? Chances are you can't. Because they just won't have gone, oh, you can climb a pole, which is sort of the most natural thing to climb. But I'm betting you can't. I'm betting it's not a thing because they're all thinking planks, boards, whatever, clotheslines, but not poles. But poles would make sense, wouldn't it? People climb poles. Monkeys climb poles. What else can we see here? Landscape looks great. It looks like my 7 Days to Die buildings with all the trees on top. That's how I used to plant my gardens. They stole my idea. They stole it. Let's go.
Lobby.
Boo!
Sleeping Beauties.
Yeah, we have to walk past them. If you crouch and move slowly, they shouldn't notice you.
Why do you have to crouch? Well, they have to make it something, don't you?
Get too close, and you're done for.
I don't really get... This is a bit weird. It's a bit like Alien or something. It's like, get close and don't crouch. You'll get caught. Why are they doing all squatting down like that? Seems a bit too convenient, doesn't it? That at night they would all just go like that. So what are we here to get?
What is that?
Chemicals. Nasty shit. Giori doused the whole hospital with it.
This is all cutscene anyway, really.
Patients and staff.
I mean, you might be doing it, you might be controlling it, but it is a scripted sequence, you can tell. Okay, one of them's up. Why is one of them up? He's off for a pee.
Wanted to stop the infection at all costs.
Oh, he's up. Why is he up? Sleepwalking or something. And he's up. I bet this is a big scripted sequence. It's part of the intro. Yeah, this is all part of this scripted thing.
We got company.
That's going to be it, isn't it? A bit like that in the first Dying Light. You went down to get the crates of vials that then weren't there once you found them. And then it triggers this scripted thing where you're going, hoo hoo, and you look behind the thing, and then, there's this night thingy screaming at you. And then you have to run in the dark back to the safe zone or something. This looks like that. It's like some kind of intro sequence where it takes you into the building, gives you a bit of a tutorial on how to avoid the zombies, and then you obviously can't avoid this. This is going to happen no matter what, this bit here. And it'll be scary. Scary ass. He's a bit of a blind zombie, isn't he? Oh, what? Then you have to... Right, so you sort of get away from him in a scripted fashion. But then you've got... So he's run off, distracted by something, but then you've got to go and make your way out, and he's there somewhere. That's going to be scary. But I can tell it's got a scripted element to this, so it's... You're going to succeed anyway. As in the player's not triggered, at least the game is. That's going to happen no matter what. And now it's the game. Okay, now you're playing. There were some good sequences like this in the first game. There was a good sequence in a high-rise construction yard where you would run around and plant explosives. Go through a pipe and then run through, and you run around, plant explosives in certain areas, and you'd have to fight, and eventually you'd trigger all these, I forget what those nasty zombies were. You trigger some of them, and you just have to run the crap out of there. And this is a bit like that.
Yeah, that's great.
Bit arcadey, those
Sorry
sequences.
about this.
What? Sorry about what?
About that. On behalf of all its whores, bandits, and idiots,
What?
I christen you a citizen of Villador. You're about to turn. Get into the light fast.
Okay. You're about to turn. Get into the light fast. So, this is what you have to do throughout the whole game, is you're infected, which is one of the outcomes from the following DLC, was that it appeared you came out of the ground and you were a zombie to the kid sitting on the bench. And so clearly there's some kind of fix where if you get to the light, whether it's daylight or whatever, probably daylight, or unless it's some special lamp, then that sorts it. But if you don't get there in time, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that'll be one of the mechanics of the game. What was that little thing? What was that? Come on, let's go back. What's that little thing there? Little zombie doggy? What the hell is that thing? Little zombie baby. With big hands. Nosferatu hands. Okay. Bloody wall walking, scripted. So that's all scripted. And here, this is like an arcade game at this point. You've just got to find the right way out. Everything's behind you if you don't make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you die. You start again, and you go the other path, like arcade games are. You get your 3 lives, and you go as far as you can, you die, and then you go and you repeat it all again to that point. So it's that kind of thing. In the light. Okay. That's I would say that's an opening sequence. You know, maybe not the very, very start, but not far in. Yeah, part of the first, first level or so. PS4, Xbox, PS5, Xbox Series X/S. Does that mean this game is degraded all the way to where it runs on an old Xbox and PS4? I wonder how that'll work out. I mean, this is a thing. I'm not seeing a heck of a lot in the graphics. I'm not seeing anything mind-blowing in the graphics. Shadows, nice. But the graphics looked good in Dying Light, the original. The torch looks almost identical. It's basically fixed on your head. It just moves wherever your head goes, like maybe a head torch up there. Yeah. I don't know if this is ray tracing stuff. Is this RTX? Hard to say because they can decide how far they want to go with that. But there's a reflection there in that surface. Does that mean it's RTX? Who knows? It looks pretty flat. This whole thing. It doesn't look very high res to me. I'm looking at this from 4K. This is probably 1080. That's 1080. Let me just have a look. Okay, it's got 4K. A little bit better on the column there. But you see these things here, like that bed, the background there with the oops. Where is it? Which key is it? That one there. Things don't work so fast at 4K on YouTube. I was looking at the blinds in the background. Not high res. Things are not high res. It actually all looks quite fuzzy. All those textures, just things do not look high res at all. Particularly. And it's got a very cartoonish look still to it, as did the first one. But that's fine. I'm just pointing it out, not really criticizing it. I guess what I'm always looking for is there's super realism. Like that, when you don't really see anything in detail, that looks quite real. But then that whole background up there, see this thing here? It really looks like a frame out of a comic book to me. That whole scene there does. Anyhow, looking forward to it. Still looks good. Looks scary. Should be a lot of fun. Alright, we'll leave that one. That's been way too long. Okay, see you later.